Hey everybody, welcome to Daddy's Free Time Game Reviews, in which I review the games that I play when no one needs me. Today we're talking about Disney's Brave, not the movie. I'm probably going to save that rant for Speed Paint, but the game was actually better than the movie. In the game, you play as the protagonist in the movie, Merida, without the stupid cheesy plot. You're just trying to stop the bear Mordu, which basically is what the movie should have been about, but they didn't make it about that, really. They just tied it in the last 5 minutes of the movie. You know what? Whatever. So in the game, Merida goes all over the place in Scotland and tries to stop Mordu from passing on his bad, evil essence to totems that are all over the area. Of course, they have the prerequisite stages, minus the desert stage, because there's no desert in Scotland. So it's like a bunch of grass stages and a couple of ice stages, and then like a underground rocky stage, which is supposed to be, I guess, the desert stage. And then, surprise, you're done with the game.
There's also a part that has arrows that you use the connect to shoot, but there's no achievements connected. So I went ahead and finished the whole thing, but it's not really worth it.
You get to use the right joystick to shoot arrows, and you get to use the normal arrow or the normal sword attack, which is X, to slice people up. And throughout the game, you can get upgrades that you can either purchase upgrades in the upgrade store, or you can get upgrades by simply finding them in the game. Now, in my first run through of the game, I found all of the collectibles, which is very rare for me. Normally, I have to play through the game once and then pull up a YouTube page where everybody else finds the collectibles, and then I have to play through the game again with the idea of getting a certain amount of collectibles and most of that stuff. This time, I would just go, oh, hey, the path goes this way, and then I'd walk in that way, and then she'd have a sword or a bow, which is a bow, but she said it with that Scottish accent, pretty much kept saying Scottish things or Scottish accenty things all that. Look, birds, you're like, oh my goodness, she's Scottish. So basically, in the game, you would platform all throughout the places, and then once you platform enough, then you would get some things to fight with. And as you were doing that, they try to mix it up with some puzzles, or your mom would come in dressed as a bear with a big old booty, and those were pretty offensive. Now the puzzles were not very hard; they were actually pretty simple, and the bear was it was completely unnecessary. I mean, I just would leave an arena in which I had to kill a whole bunch of tough people, and then I would jump over a couple of things, land into another arena, and more things would come through, and I'm ready to fight them, and my mom shows up, and now I'm in control of my mom, and there was no actual gameplay with the mom. You had three attack buttons, but I just used the smash because, it was cute little Hulk smash move. Hulk smash! Hulk smash! I just did it over and over again. Even on the hardest difficulty, I totally I think these scenes would happen 5 times in the whole game. I died once. On normal, I kind of just floated through, on autopilot and then moved around. But then, in order to get all the achievements, of course, I'd have to beat it on the hardest level, which was Brave. And they might as well have just called it Dark Souls because it got real. I mean, it was to the point where I'm trying to play a video game to relax, but I'm getting killed so many times that it's driving me crazy. And every time she died, she had the same little animation, which she took a knee. Like she would just get hit enough times and then kneel on one knee and be like, let us pray. It was driving me crazy. And then they would zip you back to an area. And when they put you back to the last save area, it was just enough walking for you to just be like, it's a waste of my time. So you would be like, you die, you go back, to your area, you go and you shoot like 3 barrels, and then you go into the area again. After about the fifth time you died, that area from where you walked to shoot the barrels to go to the area that you fight was excruciating. I just want to get back into the action, coach. I mean, goodness, I didn't even know there was a no game plus, and I had gotten most of the upgrades to begin with in normal modes and things like that. But in order to get the last few achievements, I would have to finish the mode on Brave. So I figured, yeah, let me go ahead and do that. But then when I hit that new game button, it erased all my stuff, and that was not cool, Disney. So then basically I had to play through the game having been stripped of all my powers. And man, I can't believe how much I got my butt whooped. I mean, there was one part in the game which you had to deal with an oversized rock monster. You get to the little grassy knoll that would catapult you into the fighting arena, and once you land, the rock soldier would hit you with a rock like right when you landed. That ain't cool. And a lot of times I had to go back and replay levels. Even if I already 100%ed them, got all the collectibles, I'd have to replay the levels so I could get more money, so I could power up my bull and my sword. And it was, oh, I had planned on just rolling through that brave mode really quick, calling it a day, finishing up a whole bunch of stuff. It became an ordeal. I mean, it made the game a little bit more worth it because it's a little on the short side, and I expected to go ahead and throw it back into the library after I played it for a couple of seconds. But after I got my butt kicked enough times, I'm like, yo, this game is kind of fun. Now, for the achievements aren't really that hard to get. If you play through the game a few times on normal, or maybe once on normal, you can unlock most of the 44 achievements. There's a few achievements I didn't have that were just purely based on how many times you killed somebody using a special technique. That's not a problem. And beating the game on Brave is not a problem. The one that'll get you a little bit is to purchase all the upgrades because there are a ton of upgrades and it's going to be difficult for you to get through the game without having or get through the game the first time or maybe even the second time having purchased all the upgrades. And if you hit that new game and don't play it through on Brave or whatever, you're gonna have to repurchase the upgrades again. So that's gonna kill you. I mean, you purchased a lot of the upgrades to play it through the first time, and then they add the Brave on at the end. I'm assuming because I don't remember. And when you say, "Oh well, I'll play a new game on Brave," then they strip you of all your upgrades. You have to purchase them all again. I would suggest that you get all the upgrades first. Before you do the new game, and then go through on Brave and go ahead and beat it. You'll want to go ahead and upgrade your grass arrows because when you upgrade your grass arrows, then your power shot will send minions that will follow bad guys and explode. And the way it works is that you have four different elements that you use to kill bad guys, and the bad guys will have the element that makes them the weakest on top, and you got to switch to the different arrows. However, when you have an arrow that spawns minions, and if you get stuck in an area where there's a lot of monsters that have different weaknesses, then you just start blasting them with the minions, and they will explode. And when you have a critical attack, lightning comes out of the sky and strikes a lot of things, and that will save you. So you'll get the exploding minions and the lightning out of the sky. It's a great default weapon if you find that you're in a jam. Also, the sword is stronger than the arrow. So if the enemies are close enough to you, go ahead and cut them down with the sword. That's pretty much what you want to do. If the bad guys are more long range, then you can use your dodging capabilities to stay away from their bad stuff. However, you'll want to roll into them and kill them. The bad guys are the only thing that drops life energy power ups. So you're going to have to kill the bad guys to get your energy back. So, mowing them down with the sword is ideal because then you'll be next to the power up and then you'll get the power up right away. If you shoot them with the arrows and they drop the power up, then you'll have to roll over there and get the power up anyway. There's no places to get extra energy other than the bad guys. So, well, that's my review of Disney's Brave. I think that you would like the game. It's made for little kids, obviously, but if you play it on Brave mode, you will be challenged. It won't be a supreme challenge in which everything is fully customizable, but it's worth what is it used on Amazon like $5 or something like that? Totally worth the $5. Anyway, everybody have fun, and I'll see you the next time I finish a game. Bye.